I think you two are more like the Spritle and the chimp.
Oh, I will say that Spritle stole the whole movie.
Dude.
So what are we
That's the
talking about
biggest.
even?
That's the biggest G in the whole movie, if you ask me. Little
Yeah.
fat kid, Speed Racer.
Speed Racer, 2008.
Your son seems to be interested in only one thing. All he talks about, all he seems capable of thinking about, is automobile racing.
Racing's everything. For my family, it isn't just a sport. It's way more important than that. It's like a religion.
Are you ready to become a real race car driver? Then sign that contract.
He's just trying to scare you, son.
What you do behind the wheel of a race car has nothing to do with business.
You walk away from me, you walk away from this deal, no matter how well you drive, you won't win, you won't place. I guarantee you right now, you won't even finish the race.
You think you can drive a car and change the world? It doesn't work like that.
Maybe not. But it's the only thing I know how to do, and I gotta do something.
Move it, Speed. It's getting ugly out there.
Wasn't my idea.
Oh, no?
It was his.
He's going to be very good.
No, he's going to be the best if they don't destroy him first.
It's on IMDb. It says it's directed by Lana Wachowski and Lily Wachowski, but in the movie it says it's directed by the Wachowski brothers.
What's the
Oh, yeah,
deal?
why?
Hey,
They've changed their sex
oh, I
or their
see.
gender.
You know what I will say about this
Hmm.
movie? There were a lot of cool transitions, and that was maybe should have been a sign
Exactly.
to all of
Well,
us.
it's pretty. There's a lot of rainbow color too.
True, but that's not
Pretty.
that's not
That's-
the colors of the trans community, peoples.
Look, here's the
It's
thing.
the
This
colors.
This movie came out in 2008. It's the first movie the Wachowskis shot digitally. The entire movie is like a digital
Green
film,
screen.
and it's shot almost everything shot in green screen. There's like tons of CGI backgrounds. There's scenes where they cut out characters and then just have them slide across the screen one after the other. Like there's not even a cut. It's just like shots sliding from one.
Yeah, they're
person
doing
to
the
the next.
narration. That wasn't that like the
Or-
cartoon?
Yeah, it's like they're copying this cartoon aesthetic, or like, but like it was cool that there were these dialogue scenes, like that would traditionally have that like shot, reverse shot, but it was just there were no cuts, and it was all like wipes and like
It just kept
all these
moving. Yeah.
creative.
And I would just like to add, they never did that in the cartoon. The cartoon is very
Really?
low, but the cartoon's super low budget.
Cartoons. Yeah, I remember it
only
being
thing they
pretty
do
shitty even when I was a kid.
The only thing they did in the cartoon was he jumps out the car and then he does
Yeah.
the Matrix effect, bullet time. He jumps in the air, pauses, and then the camera rotates. That's literally bullet time.
That's why they liked this movie. I was
Yeah.
like, why did they? This is such a idiotic passion project. I feel like.
The cast was pretty wild though.
I'm just saying, for this to be like the one that they cash in their Matrix
Oh, right.
cachet on.
I don't think so.
No, it fits
Kind of an
perfect
idiotic
because
thing.
that was he did in the cartoon. They would do a 360 like that in the cartoon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess that makes sense.
No, what I'm saying is this is cool. This is like what they did in the 2000s for a little bit, and then they stopped, which is they would let directors like the Wachowskis, they'd give them a TV show or a comic book or an anime or whatever. They would adapt it and they would do their own crazy style over the entire movie. And then audiences would be like perplexed, like, I guess it's like Speed Racer. I guess it's like The Matrix. I don't really know what this movie is. And then they're like, you know what? We're just not going to have interesting filmmakers make these anymore. We're going to pump it out. We're going to keep it safe and
Commercialized?
easy, commercialized. And you don't like,
Kind of like the Sonic movie. It's like that first design of Sonic that was the filmmakers trying to be artistic.
well, that was the filmmakers being
Fucking up.
just fucking up and being
No, that was
dumb.
their vision. That was their style, is to make them look
That is the
insane.
nightmare scenario of the movie by committee, where you're just not thinking. Like, Adam, name the director of the Sonic movie.
Steven
I wish it was-
Spielberg.
I wish it was Adam Bowers.
Yeah. If it was Adam
love it.
Bowers,
Jean-Luc
Sonic would be
Godard.
Sonic
Speaking
would be
of speed,
slow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he'd be have trouble
Hey.
dating.
Sonic,
Hey,
the slow hog.
the slow hog.
Sonic the thick hog, and he's just got
Hell
a
yeah, that's
thick,
what they're
that's why
talking
he's so
about.
slow. It's just dragging.
That's my excuse.
He's like,
I'm
I
not
don't
a
know
stupid-
if I
I'm not
should
just an
date
idiot.
this girl or that girl.
Tails or Knuckles?
Yeah. And they're like, we both want to fuck you so bad, Sonic. You're so cool. It's like, I'm gonna fuck both of them, and then I'm slowly gonna make my choice.
Tails does anal, and Knuckles will fist you.
Yeah, they're nicknames for girls.
Imagine doing tails
Nicknames for
anal and
these
you
two
have
chicks.
you're gripping both tails. No, but that Sonic movie was a disaster because there's no thought to the design. They just sort of ran it through the machine. It looked like shit, and then the fans are like, have you guys fucking played this video game? Do you even know what he looks like? He doesn't look like this. And then they're like, oh shit, we better fix it. And so they're trying to please an audience. There's no one in control. There's no aesthetic to the movie. There is no vision like Speed Racer. And the thing is with Speed Racer, there's so much of a vision that if people hate it, then they're like, well, we hate the whole movie. We just don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. We
Well,
don't want to
it
see.
is. It's like 4 seasons of a TV show in one 3-hour chunk.
I'm gonna get to that, but it's also like the Incredible Hulk or the Hulk. Ang Lee, he made that crazy ass movie with
Oh, that's
all the
another
weird
one, yeah.
comic book transitions. So that's kind of like a precursor to this.
What are the rest of them? I was trying to think about this while you were saying that this is like a thing of this era.
There's Batman Begins, you could say, is like Christopher Nolan's vision. Dark Knight, it's definitely different than the other, but it's still Batman. Ultimately, he didn't really make it too weird. He just made it look good and had good actors.
Yeah.
And they're doing that with the Batman. You could see them trying to redo that. Get back to that. But
Poor bastards.
you could say Guardians of the Galaxy, but is it really that
No.
visually different than the other Marvel movies? It's Guardians of the Galaxy is the halfway compromise of like, it's a Marvel movie, but there's a little bit of a voice of James Gunn.
You know what though? This isn't really like a hot property. I mean, I guess you're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, but Sin City.
Yeah.
Super
They did
style.
that.
It's gotta be super stylized stuff. I think, to
300.
really talk about what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those
300.
look like the comics.
And this,
Yeah,
I
so-
mean, but this is like at like a base level looks like the cartoon, even though they're doing a bunch of other shit that they.
It
Kind
really
of.
does. And the dialogue the dialogue plays and the editing plays just like the cartoon.
I rewatched the cartoon. It's a little. The thing that makes it the most like the cartoon is because I was watching a thing like, this is like Batman with Adam West. And when you watch the cartoon, it's like Batman with Adam West. There's the weird ass gangsters,
Yeah.
the people
It's
cheating,
cheesy.
the criminal element to the races. They've I think they actually did a pretty good job, of making the family have more depth in the cartoon, because Speed
Right.
was a boring ass character in the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean,
okay.
And in this
This is
one,
a
he's
children's
the speed racer, the guy who choked out that woman in Edinburgh.
It was not in
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
he
It
had a
was
little
in
bit of a
Aspen,
edge.
Colorado.
Oh, Aspen.
Which
Oh, that was on home turf.
Should we go over why Emil Hirsch is not really in movies you've heard of anymore?
Yeah, and also the dude that played Racer X, whatever.
He choked a lady too?
He hit a lady
Oh, what
Matthew
the fuck?
Fox of Lost.
from Lost. Yeah, that's
So
what I
Emi-
heard.
Speed Racer came out in 2008.
Some real
This
ass
is what
dudes.
Yeah, that's what my
and the chimp. You
girlfriend
know what
was
the
saying
chimp
when we
did.
were watching it. Oh, he's the one that ripped off the genitals of
Mhm.
the stunt actor for Joey on Dunstan Checks In.
I just want to say one of the
But it was
best
a
things
man, at least. At least he did it to a
about
man.
this movie
And
is
the stuntman was trying to molest him. So
Jason
it was
Alexander.
fair.
The chimp was fucking Jason Alexander, and the stuntman stepped in.
Got his dick ripped off and his face.
Damn.
Jason Alexander was like, "You should have just let him do it."
Now it happened
No.
like months after Speed Race.
No, but one thing I like about Speed Racer is the chimp is a real chimp. I don't like this.
Yeah, and
I
he's a
didn't
very
like
good
it-
boy.
I didn't like in Nope the CGI chimp. I thought that was
So,
lame as fuck. But
This is a pretty good chimp actor,
I haven't seen
would
no.
say.
So
Yeah,
here's what
him and that kid or had a really like genuinely had like a little chemistry going.
chemistry.
Mhm.
But the chimp in Nope is supposed to be like
I
had
never
like
saw
a
Nope.
feral attack or whatever, right? Kind of see
Who
that.
cares? Let's talk about Emil Hirsch. So on the night of January 25th, 2015,
Speaking of feral attacks,
I know.
people are in Aspen, Colorado for the Sundance Film Festival, or Park City, Utah. What the hell am I talking about?
Aspen.
Several hours and drinks later, eyewitnesses say that two people had to physically pull the then 29-year-old actor off a female film executive whom he choked unconscious. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go.
blah blah blah.
According to police records, Hirsch claimed he had 3 or 4 drinks and his memory of the night was fuzzy. He further alleged the aforementioned film exec, Paramount VP Danny Bernfeld, provoked him.
Wait,
She
that's
started-
a man.
No,
Oh,
it's a woman.
Danny's a woman. Maybe that's why he was confused.
It was my aunt's name.
Maybe
You
he
think
thought,
it was an Austin Powers situation?
Actually, my
thought-
aunt's name
thought
is
she was a
Andy and
man,
her
though.
daughter is Danny.
This is literally a scene in Austin Powers. Okay. This is what Emil Hirsch says. She started kind of causing a ruckus, and I sort of started getting intervening, and then this happened. I don't think it was much more than that, to be honest. I think she had a go at me, and I probably defended myself. See, he was blacked out. He has no memory. He has no memory of what happened.
dude,
Wow.
that would suck if you ruined your career while blacked out and you were woke up. You know what I mean? Like you don't have any
Well,
memory of what the
I
thing
mean,
that
I've
ruined your
I've
career.
gotten blackout drunk and I don't go strangling people.
Yeah, but you've been blackout drunk and ruining your career slowly over years.
Yeah,
It's all
but
been
not by
happening while you've
choking
been
people.
blacked out. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't that interesting?
No.
Bernfeld, 31, and eyewitnesses painted a very different picture. She said Hirsch, whom she never met before, repeatedly got in her face when she reviews his advances, asking why she looked so tough, and branded her a spoiled party girl who's never done anything with her life. Your parents are rich, and you don't know what it's like, Bernfeld recalled him saying. She then pushed him away from her, telling the actor that she was, in fact, a studio executive and the daughter of a school principal. A waitress seemed to corroborate Bernfeld's versions of events, informing police that an inebriated Hirsch was making Bernfeld uncomfortable, pawing her and grabbing her hair. The light shove appeared to do the trick, and Hirsch left her area. Minutes later, Bernfeld said he returned and jumped her. He basically grabbed me at the curve of the elbow, choked me up, threw me across the table, and I felt the front of my throat hit the back of my throat, she told police. One eyewitness said that Hirsch put Bernfeld in a chokehold from behind, dragged her across the table, and body slammed her to the floor. An unidentified filmmaker, friend of Bernfeld, claimed that Hirsch was on top of Bernfeld, choking her, and it took him and another person to pull him off.
Jesus.
I've seen quite a few fights in my life, but this is pretty violent. Hirsch was handcuffed. He was arrested.
Well,
He
wait,
spent-
hold on.
Who
What was
said
she
that?
wearing?
Who said that?
What was she wearing though?
Unnamed filmmaker. Probably
The guy that made Wild.
That's Sean
Stanley
Penn.
Stanley
Into the
Kubrick
Wild, you're talking
Jr.
about.
Probably
Into the
Francis
Wild.
Sophia Coppola.
Adam, why you
Unnamed
you're
filmmaker.
shaking your leg?
Oh, sorry.
What is this bringing back memories of when you got choked out by a woman at a restaurant
A woman choked me out. Nothing happened to her, of course. Fucking bullshit.
at the Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Remember
She still-
that when you got
she
choked
still
out
has
by
her
that
job
little
at the
girl?
Olive Garden.
She was like a 12-year-old girl,
Bullshit.
lifted your
I-
ass up off the ground.
She was pretty big. Okay. It
Oh, she was huge.
was a big 12-year-old.
She was like William size. William's he's like got a 12-year-old body,
Yeah.
Thank you.
like a
But
big 12.
But a large, yeah, a big one.
Yeah.
Which is fucking badass.
I shop in the young girl section. Yes. I'm currently
So
wearing
what-
I'm currently
what-
wearing a romper.
Cool.
What's the Lost Guys
Let's see.
situation?
Matthew Fox. I don't know. I'm not into that guy.
You're into Emil Hirsch?
Hell yeah.
He's also Emil Hirsch is back. He was in that superhero movie. Pretty low budget and he's pretty bloated.
Oh yeah. He's back, bro.
That's the sign of
Um,
somebody who's back.
It's called like
How you would
Super or
describe them.
something on
Matthew
Netflix.
Apparently Matthew Fox just retired. He wasn't really.
Look up allegations.
He just retired for no reason. Oh, here's another article.
Emil
This
Hirsch
act-
looks back at 2015 assault and calls it. Hold on, I got to open up the article here.
Oh,
The
geez,
worst
here we go.
moment of my whole life by far. Oof. Yeah,
Let's talk about Matthew Fox. Matthew Fox was another actor.
Wait.
Blah blah blah.
Emil
blah, blah,
Hirsch is in
blah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's back.
He's got like 4 scenes.
I mean, you know,
He's back, baby.
no starring roles. You're saying?
Apparently, Matthew Fox got canceled because there were serious allegations that he had hit a female bus driver.
Yeah.
Now it should be noted that these charges would eventually get dropped. So look, these guys like to hit women.
And get away with
And-
it.
Well,
Well, are you sure
And-
that they're not being targeted, taken down by the deep state like our other boys?
What other boy?
Russell,
Crow?
Danny,
Russell. Kurt Russell.
Kurt, Russell.
Yeah, if anyone is ever arrested or has an accusation against them, it's the deep state, the CIA, the NSA, the DEA. They are coming after our boys. They are creating fictional media stories to control them.
False
Everything.
media.
Look,
Well-
everything is controlled.
I think every article that talks about this stuff should mention whether or not these male celebrities are anti-vax. Because if they are, if you're leaving this
These
out,
articles from 2015.
yeah, I mean, they could.
God, that was the year.
I assume they're
that
all
was my
anti-vax.
greatest. That was the year I moved to LA. And my
You should
entire
have taken
life
the.
got
you
worse.
should- I know you should have taken that vaccine, the moving to LA vaccine.
I
all these
didn't. I know. I was an anti-vaxxer.
all these actors are anti-vax. They don't get
Anti-vax, and I ended up in LAX.
Mm.
They go to
VAX.
Fran Drescher,
No.
the head of SAG. She's anti-vax, anti-mandate. I mean,
She's
they're
the head of. Is the head of SAG?
the nanny.
She's the head.
Show a little
She's
respect,
created it, or what?
She's the
president.
Hydra.
Huh?
The president of SAC. You're not in the biz, Ryan.
But yeah, these actors, we don't see
I
much
don't
of them no
care.
more. I live in Woodland Hills. I'm right by Calabasas. Actors, they don't like to do shit. They don't.
William
they
and
don't
I
like.
are in the biz.
They like to do yoga, and they're like, I don't take the vaccine. I just
Yeah,
I just eat farmers market food, and I
that's probably part of it.
Elderberry and yoga. Elderberry essential oils and yoga.
That really is probably part of a big reason why a lot of them don't.
And then
for
they
that
smoke
reason, not like
they
the
smoke a carton of cigarettes a day. That's the other part of them. They're like, oh yeah, and I smoke tons of cigarettes. But I will never get vaxxed.
Adam, are you vaxxed?
get them. Of course not.
Oh,
I'm a free thinker.
I guess they haven't. I guess they haven't.
you?
They haven't invented a Down syndrome vax yet.
Adam has chicken pox. He has Down
I
syndrome and
caught
chicken
Down
pox.
syndrome
Adam got DS.
late in life.
Adam caught Down syndrome at a Down syndrome catching party. It's the new thing in LA in Orange County. They take all the kids and they're like, we want them to catch Down syndrome
Just do it all
early.
together.
Sleepover.
It's like cool in LA if your kid has Down syndrome because that means they're more active, they're less online, and they have bigger dicks.
Down syndrome guys have big hogs.
Oh yeah, they're like
Cool.
cavemen.
Well, then I guess
Hey.
I got to go get myself checked out.
You might be, but
I
I'm
most
not.
definitely am.
I would never catch Down syndrome because I always keep that 6 feet distance. I always wear a mask when I'm
Near
around.
Down
No,
syndrome
they're
people.
wonderful people. They're angels, God's angels.
Adam just wearing a mask while like a giant 6-year-old is just banging him from behind. And it's
What?
like, jokes on you, I'm protected.
6-year-old?
Jokes on you, I'm protected.
Yeah, exactly.
His parents are all happy. He's definitely getting Down syndrome today.
Instead of COVID-19, Chromie-19,
Chromie 19.
Chromie Y19.
That's what happens, man. That's why
Gotta watch out.
you got to do yoga, you got to eat, you got to be vegan, and you got to smoke American spirits.
You
That's
got
how
to
you
use you got to use Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candles.
goop.
Yeah.
You got to
Plus-
orge. You definitely got to orge all the time.
And you have
Oh,
to
that
scream
keeps you young.
at the top of you just scream for 15 minutes every single day in 5-minute increments.
Like
you
all
know,
that, like all
It's
the
healthy.
stars.
You just scream. You just for like 5 minutes.
6 times a day.
Doesn't matter. No, 3 times a day.
3 times
5
a day.
minutes. 15 total.
That's kind of like the Mecca called a prayer.
Doesn't matter where you're at. If you're at church that's when you got to scream, then you got to stand up and just scream.
Yeah.
It's good. And yoga.
Mentally good.
Yeah, maybe Emil Hirsch is just doing yoga with this chick, flipping her over a table, showing her some moves. A little blacked
Sounds
out
more-
yoga.
It would be
like
cool.
the
He should
jujitsu.
he should change career paths and do pro wrestling after that. Something like that. Be like, you saw what I did to this lady. Check out what I'm gonna do to fucking Rey Mysterio.
You saw what I did.
Andy Kaufman does that. He's a comedic genius. Emil Hirsch does it. He's persona non grata. That don't make
Yeah.
no sense.
It's not fair.
One
What's the
was
difference
voluntary.
What's the difference between these two? Hmm.
One was voluntary, and Andy Kaufman taped his wiener down so they wouldn't feel his boner.
That's thoughtful. That's courteous.
Yeah, he was doing it for the bit.
Speed Racer.
He also,
Tapes
it's
his
rumored that he also
wiener.
basically banged every single one of those women that he
Wrestled.
wrestled.
After he
Mhm.
pinned him.
Wow.
Bastard. Yeah.
Like they
no.
can't, they would just show up. But this is all Bob Zamuda talking in an
Oh
autobiography.
boy, you can't trust that.
Oh,
guy.
that's true. That's a real thing, Brian. Brian. Cool.
Bob Zamuda is such a great comedy writer. He's hasn't worked since Andy Kaufman died.
Hmm.
When was the last time Bob Zamuda wrote a TV show or a movie or fucking
Yeah. Get his
He
ass.
still does.
Tony Clifton?
Yeah, does he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in years. Why not make some money?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's probably not even him anymore.
Could be anyone in there.
It's a real Blue Man Group situation.
Isn't Andrew Dice Clay just Tony Clifton?
Mm-hmm.
Just like, hey, I'm a big loud fucking idiot. Watch me bomb. I don't care. Blah blah blah. So let's get to the movie Speed Racer. So the plot, this movie has a extremely complicated plot involving like business deals and backstabbing and conspiracy theories. And this, you can really feel the Wachowskis writing this script because there's a conspiracy to fuck with Speed Racer
Because he's
but
the best.
he's the best, but he uses all his, it has all the same beats as Star Wars also, just like the Matrix. So in the first scene of the movie, Racer X is teaching young Speed Racer how to drive, and he's like, just listen to her. She'll tell you what she wants. Just listen. And that's how he that's how he wins the big race. He basically closes
the
his
Force.
eyes. Yeah, he uses the Force. He in the Matrix, what? Neo almost dies. And then Trinity kisses him. Love is his power. It's like use the love.
Yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. Really, the story is not really like those scenes are the weaker spots of the movie, I feel like, because they're on this like kind of very obvious green screen a lot of the times and stuff. But then I mean, this movie is about the
story.
What?
This movie's about the metaphors under the surface. What's going on? The idea.
I prefer the novel of Speed Racer, but
just a coloring book.
Yeah. I'm a reader.
You have like a bookmark in it. You're like, ooh, making progress on this.
But you know, it's why are we talking? Let's not spend too much time on this story. It's you know, it's standard fucking shit.
Big corporate's bad.
Yeah, you were about to make your point. It's not about the story.
It's about the visuals, the ride scene, the scenes that are like this is like a ride kind of.
The visuals. This movie's so trippy. I thought it should be called Weed Racer.
Oh hell yeah!
Whoa!
I bet these. I bet the Wachowskis were smoking a little weed every day coming up with this movie.
They were smoking a little Emil Kush.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Larry Wachowski, more like Larry OG.
Larry Chronic Jr.
Larry Chronic Jr. is what William said the other day.
Dude, I would love to see Harry Connick Jr. in this movie.
That'd be awesome.
Let's kick the tires and light the fires.
You're just a big fan.
He could have been the mechanic. Who was the mechanic in this movie? Sprocket. Who was that?
Who is that actor? I don't know. It's just a guy.
They had all these giant famous actors, and then it's just like a guy.
Sparky. Cook Gurry. This guy. He's in Edge of Tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. He's Australian. I think the movie was shot in Australia, maybe. I don't fucking know. But yeah, the race scenes in this movie are awesome. You just
like Hot Wheels.
Smoke a little weed and just watch the races because these guys
been there, done that.
It's like a giant Mario Kart reality where they race each other and then they have booby traps and weapons and they'll throw like a beehive into someone's car and then they have to handle all the bees.
You know, it kind of reminds me around. This like it's specific racing that is unique, pretty unique to the
Road
movie
Rash?
where it's like but it's like on this like loopy track where they're constantly like the way they like every turn is like a big fishtail whip thing, and then like they're going over loops like and swirls and stuff. Yeah, it's Hot Wheelie. It also is a lot like I've been watching a lot of Blaze and the Monster Machines with my kid, and
it's like Blaze and the Monster Machine.
It's a lot like Blaze and the Monster Machines.
Adam, what would your weapon of choice be if you had one on your car? To swing
first, hold on. Your weapon is based on your race. So what's your race, Adam? Pick a race, a broad stereotype. Because one thing I like about this movie is
race I want.
They got broad stereotypes in this film. Yeah, what's your race, bro?
Black, of course.
Black guy from Africa.
No.
You're gonna have like spears shooting out of your.
That's the race I choose.
So it's gonna shoot basketballs out of your.
It's just like as stereotypical as possible.
Adam, you're a black guy. Do your black joke. You fucking racist piece of shit.
I'm not making a joke. This is your guy's joke. You're asking me.
You're the black guy.
You're asking
What's
me
your weapon?
something that I'm.
Oh, the weapon is
fucking spikes.
What gun. Spikes? Machine gun.
This is your guy's bit. So you're asking me what I want to be.
Sounds like we got a real.
I'm telling you, I want to be a black man.
I know what Adam's racing name. Racist X. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Racist X. Speed. We got to win the race.
My racing.
No, he's called Unmalcolm X.
Oh, okay.
Because you racist, dude.
All right, what are you guys' races and weapons? Stop asking me shit, by the way, Ryan.
Oh, I'm Peruvian.
Stop saying
so
Adam.
I guess...
What do you think about the?
I'm gonna go Peruvian.
So what do you think if I didn't do that? And I just kept asking.
I'm Peruvian.
Tired of answering these questions.
I'm not even riding a car. I'm on a giant guinea pig. And I'm throwing pan flutes. No, I play the pan flute, and then the music hypnotizes you, kind of like Jigglypuff, and you fall asleep.
Yeah.
And you just go off a cliff. I'm like,
wait. So what race are you?
Pig?
Peruvian.
Oh, you're okay. I see.
Not black like you fucking racist.
Hey,
with your machine gun.
Wish you were black like
Christ. Me. Adam's in like a low rider, dressed like Ice Cube, totally white, got giant glasses on, and he's just like spraying machine gun fire. That'd be tight.
No, I kind of misunderstood the question. I'm
wearing like a nice blue flannel shirt, button at the top.
No, what would you guys be? Not your choice.
I'd be from Atlantis.
Ooh, an Atlantean. I love this.
Really?
So it'd be a lot of water.
Okay.
Maybe I'd do the oil thing.
Atlantis
which
is not
in the movie,
thing. This is like such a dodge for being like.
What are you talking
about?
Comedy.
Like this is comedy. I
thought
this is what I was.
Okay, I'll be heaven.
This is why it's so funny. I totally was planning on asking this question. And I was like, yeah, you're going to say like Atlantean or Peruvian. It's like the movie is like
Atlantean is not a fucking real place.
Yeah, it is, man.
The movie's like this, like Fantasia, the spectacle. And Adam's like, I'm black. I fire a machine gun.
This is Ryan's question, first of all. And he fucking set this up where it's like you had to pick a.
I was planning on doing this also. This is an obvious question.
Well, this is not the reality that we are living in. We're not living in the reality.
Okay, pick your race then.
Ryan, you pick a real fucking race is what I'm saying. Don't fucking
Atlantean.
You never seen Atlantean. That's not a real
Aquaman
people.
Okay, I'll be a lizard man.
Tight, dude.
All right,
I love this.
Finally, some real. But I mean, that's kind of punching up. It's not like nobody's gonna be mad at you for that.
Like an iguana lizard man. And I have a big old tongue that's grapple hook that shoots out of the front of my car. And it tongues you right in the butthole of your car.
I wish you would get tongued in your butthole in a bad way.
It's black butthole, by the way.
Name one bad way that could be.
Like a cat's tongue. It's like rough. Got the spiky things on it. No, it's rough. It's too rough. It's meant for fur. Not
pink. Then you haven't seen my butthole.
Oh damn.
You got a pretty furry.
You're like, thanks for clearing some of that out.
There's a really bad racer in this movie who's like an oily snake man. Who's like really greasy and mean.
And he drops oil on ice.
Yes. Slick.
That's the slickest that's the most slick thing I can imagine. Besides a black man and a cool black man.
They're firing all these goofy weapons at each other, and then I kept thinking, God, I wish someone would just pull out a gun. And then the oily snake Middle Eastern guy pulls out a gun and starts shooting at Speed Racer.
Man, he's as slick as oil on ice. And it's just a regular black guy just like walked in. What are you talking about?
He's slick. He's cool. He's got a big ass machine gun.
Shaft is in the movie.
And his name is Adam.
Dude, I wish.
Shaft, Richard Roundtree's in the movie. He plays shut
your mouth.
A legendary racer, not wrestler.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
Ryan, I'm just talking about Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
I love it. I love hearing that.
Adam, say your line.
Richard Roundtree had male breast cancer.
I can dig it.
That's your line?
Is that part of the Shaft song?
Did he? Or is this another Adam
He did.
made up facts?
I remember hearing this years ago, so I haven't double checked that, but he's one of the rare male breast cancer survivors. Like God was just saying, you have too much. Your shaft. Like it's like a tower, it's like the Tower of Babel or whatever. It's like you're coming too
Babylon?
close to that heavens. Breast cancer.
They didn't give him cancer. They split up their languages.
They gave him male breast cancer. That's my impression. He was
That's
shocked
harsh.
and embarrassed when he was diagnosed with male breast cancer back in 1993. You don't got to be embarrassed. Oh, he underwent a double mastectomy. Damn.
He's full.
Just picturing his nipples in the squished machine, and then like being like, "Fuck, dude, you have breast cancer," and I'm be like,
"The squished machine? What are you talking
machine.
about?"
The squish, not a lot of people, the titty squisher.
Not a lot of people know this, but Richard Roundtree Shaft had beautiful, giant breasts.
Yeah, beautiful man.
When he runs around in Shaft, you can,
donkers. Yeah,
you can really see him in Shaft in Africa, the third Shaft film. We got other good.
He's got some big ass tater tots. That's for sure. Rest in peace.
We got some other actors in the movie. John Goodman, crushing it as Pops.
He's got pretty nice breasts.
Do you think he crushed it? Because to me, it seemed like he was phoning it in.
No way.
I think his health is crushing him.
Yeah, at this moment.
That scene where him and Speed have a heart-to-heart.
Oh, that was very good. But all the other scenes were kind of like seemed phoned in a little bit. Like he wasn't happy he was there.
I don't think it's phoned in. I just think the character is very underwritten.
He just nailed it.
It's just simple. I think he just nailed. I can't imagine John Goodman not nailing it.
Right.
I feel like he wasn't like super keyed in and having a lot of fun and stuff. I could see him.
It didn't seem like it.
I could see that he was doing this kind of begrudgingly once he was in the movie.
Because he's like a true actor, and it's like all green screen. It's kind of like what's his name in The Hobbit.
Look, he's saying his lines. He's making his money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you're saying that you thought he crushed it.
He did crush it. In the most important scene in the movie, when him and Speed have a heart to heart, where Speed is telling him, "I don't want to race. It's all cheating. You can't win. They decide who wins." And then he's like, "That's bullshit. You're a racer."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I was like, wow, this is why you get John Goodman.
By the way, you know what this movie is really about? It's about the Wachowskis' struggle between art and business. You know, it's like being an artist and like something with like heavy business interests involved.
Yeah, we got to talk about
compromise and sacrifice and stuff.
Royalton.
You guys didn't read that sort of.
Hold on, shut up. Shut your mouth.
I'm here to provide the insight.
Shut the fuck up. So the guy you're talking about, Daddy. Royalton, the villain, he's basically Agent Smith, right? Like the way he growls and his
teeth get worse and worse. Did you notice that? They get dirtier and dirtier.
I want to French this dude.
Okay.
You don't? Okay.
You already got the cooties. You got the downs. You don't need to get.
No, Adams had a circle, dot, dot. Adams had his cootie shot.
That's the down. Oh, cooties. But I want to give it to him. Is what I'm saying. You can give downs to the other person if you French him.
Why do you want to kiss this man?
Just has a big kiss. He just got a mouth. When you see his teeth, you just want
big kiss energy.
Run your tongue along his teeth.
Play him like a xylophone with your tongue,
he's
being the mallet,
running his mouth, screaming at the top of his lungs. You just shove your tongue down his throat. That'll shut him up real quick.
That would be a completely different monologue when he's like, "I'm gonna teach you a lesson," and then he turns around and Speed's already like standing next to him and just tongues his throat.
Yeah,
and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he's definitely
established dominance.
He's your evil corporate guy, evil corporate businessman.
Yeah.
He cheats, man. He cheats. He's taking all the money. He's greedy. He's into making deals with other businessmen, cheating.
How come the businessmen can never be good in these movies?
Because he says it. John Goodman says it in that he's like, I don't trust this vibe. Anybody that gets so much money, it always ends up seeming like they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
He did that whole speech was pretty great.
A lot of truth in this movie.
He's like he's trying to buy everything and do everything.
Yeah, I like that line. I thought that was like sticking it to the, man.
Sticking it to the man.
Well, calm down, Shaft. I'm not used to this kind of
I'm getting
this kind of language. Yeah. The slang is really
Adam's more like the Hebrew Hammer.
Man.
Than Shaft.
I never saw that. The Andy Dick movie?
No,
yeah,
that'd be awesome if Andy Dick was in that. It's Adam Goldberg, I think. It's like a Comedy Central movie.
It is. That's kind of why I think about it, because his name's Adam and you guys kind of look alike.
That's me.
Andy Dick wasn't in that?
He might have been in like a Day Player or something.
Andy Dick needs to make a comeback.
No, that guy's not a
like the wrestler. He can be he can like really come back. Like, this guy's really good at acting.
He was the king for
who?
He had a reign.
Dude, in the Army Now news radio.
Remember when he was like a host of the VMAs or something like that?
I liked his Roses show, his dating show.
Yeah.
The Andy Dick show. That was funny.
Yeah, but why do you have to go being all crazy? He was like Eric Andre before he's white Eric Andre.
Just on drugs.
Pioneer. So yeah, the races are good.
One thing I thought was interesting about the conspiracy theory in this movie with the businessmen is that it was exactly the same shit that you see in Mulholland Drive. It's that they're pulling the strings. They're not allowing the passionate young person to follow their dreams. They're just trying to buy and sell people and make deals.
It's money.
What's interesting about Mulholland Drive is David Lynch then goes another step forward and says, no, that's bullshit. She's just a fucking idiot. She is a nasty woman. She tried to kill her ex-girlfriend. She's a nasty woman.
David Lynch is like Trump.
He loved Trump. Remember he said Trump might be the best president ever?
No.
He did?
Yeah. And then he immediately was like, I take that back. I just was saying that.
That's cool.
What about Christina Ricci in this movie? A lot of people were disappointed with her. They thought I'm used to the cool Christina Ricci. I'm not into this this nice girl Christina Ricci.
She looked just like the character though.
Trixie?
Nobody gives a fuck about Trixie though, Ryan.
Yeah, she also isn't in it that much.
Nobody cares about this characters in Speed Racer.
What are you talking about?
Except
you're not a real Speed Racer fan.
I did watch Speed Racer when I was a kid, actually, and I was like, this show's
mid.
Shitty.
The show it's an amazing television show.
It's no Dragon Ball Z.
It's from 1968. A lot of its innovations you would see in Dragon Ball Z.
Sure. It's an old show.
The thing I didn't like about Speed Racer was that it had a continuing storyline, like The Prisoner or some really complicated series, but you would never see every episode because I would only see the reruns on Nickelodeon and MTV. So I would just watch it out of order, and it was like an incomprehensible serial of just psychotic villains that would show up, and then I would never see them again, and I'd be confused.
I remember seeing the Racer X episode of Speed Racer, and the episode doing such a good job of communicating that it's like a really big twist that I remember that seeing it and being like, holy fuck, Racer X is.
Yeah, because it's an amazing television show. I don't like this Speed Racer suck.
I don't remember it, honestly. Maybe it's
you just said you never forgot it. What the fuck? This guy.
Well, I saw when I was a kid.
Adam Bowers is compromised. Adam Bowers is working for the deep state, but he can't remember his lines. And he's always going on the computer to be like, what they're asking questions. What should I say? What do I do? I just want to get out of
Gotta
here.
look at my script.
Like the Balky in True Romance. He's like, I just want to get out of this elevator, please. I'm just testing you, man. It's all cool, Adam.
Is
It's
that
all
Christian
right.
Slater? Is that your Christian
Yeah,
Slater?
you like Speed Racer, you don't like Speed Racer, you contradict everything you say every 2 minutes. That's all right. That's cool. I can
Thanks,
trust you. Let's make this a humongous drug deal. Now, in True Romance, that drug deal, that crazy producer, that is based on the producer of The Matrix and Speed Racer, Joel Silver. And this movie, Speed Racer, the failure of this movie kind of ruined him. He was flying high in the 90s. He made all these awesome movies, Die Hard, The Matrix, a bunch of shit in between. I don't remember. But then The Matrix sequels and Speed Racer, these were so expensive, they kind of fucked him.
Speed Racer
What
was
do you-
that expensive
yeah.
just because of the
It
computer?
well, what wasn't it like a something new, kind of an Avatar situation?
Or it was kind of being marketed as that, I think.
Well, that's
At
what
the
everybody
time.
wanted because of
Because they
The
wanted, like,
Matrix.
yeah,
They
want, like,
wanted the
they wanted
Matrix
the
feeling
innovation.
again. They were like, we love the Matrix.
But this was
We-
fun. This
we
was
don't
like a
like the
fun one.
we don't like the sequels to the Matrix. Oh, you're making Speed Racer? Fuck the Wachowskis. I'm over this. I'm mad.
I thought it
I
was
like-
fun though.
I like Christopher
It's fun.
Nolan. I like Dark and Brood. I'm talking about 2008
Oh,
at the
sure,
time.
yeah.
You guys didn't see it in the theater. You're not
It was
like
a dark time. This is post 9/11. You coming out with a Speed Racer movie? People were like, "What the fuck is
Yeesh.
wrong with you?"
I
We're
saw
supposed to be
probably
sad.
saw this in the theater. I had
We're
just
sad right
graduated
now.
a year before. So I was probably in Omaha where I could go see movies for free working at
But
the
you
Funny
didn't see
Bone. I
it.
bet I saw it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you did.
I've seen this movie a few times.
Oh,
that's
yo,
how
yeah,
you,
in the
that's
theater.
how
I
you
bet it-
lie, Adam. That's how a good actor on the part of the deep state lies.
I got it.
Yeah, see, I watched it. I watch it all the time, man. Around Grand Prix time, it always gets me going.
You love the Grand Prix.
I love anything grand. Pre or post.
Wait a minute. What about the Grand Post? They never have that race.
I love it.
And they're like, oh yeah, that was a cool race. What race? It's over? Oh man. I hate going to the Grand Post.
Yeah.
The party after the Grand Prix should be called the Grand Post.
Yeah.
And
That's a
it should
good
have
idea.
But the
Cool.
the Italian people don't have that kind of sense of humor.
they have
You
the
gotta
best
go to
sense of
Italy.
humor.
You guys got to go to Italy.
Yeah, they do have the best sense of humor. I'm saying they don't have that type of sense of humor that you just did.
Oh,
What's everybody's favorite scene in the movie?
I think. Oh.
You go
I-
first.
Maybe the Racer X scene, because like the part where like the gangsters are there, they're gonna put this guy's hand in like a piranha tank, and then Racer X shows up, and it's like you learn that that they're in a truck. You think it's just like a gangster lair, but they're in like a big semi truck driving on the road.
Yeah.
Racer X comes in, and they're trying to like shoot him out of the thing, and he's shooting holes into the truck. He shoots a hole into the aquarium. Like we said this earlier, Ryan put his penis in the hole.
And then William had to too because it was too small. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then another guy did too. Not me, but and then but it like the gangster making the guy put his finger in the hole was like it's a pretty good gangster
And he gets
move
eaten.
in this otherwise kid movie. This is a movie for fucking kids, even though they say
No, they say
you're a piece of
the
shit. and
F word
shit
and hell
sometimes.
and turd.
Yeah, I
I
feel
gotta
like they
pinch
probably
this. I
shouldn't
gotta
do that.
pinch this turd
Probably
off.
That probably wasn't a good idea for their.
My
This,
favorite
I was,
line was that I gotta pinch this turd off by one of those
yeah,
the
I
cobra
remember
that.
that.
always
I caught
just talks
that.
about poop.
That's the poop culture. That's that guy. That's
That's
funny.
all
I
he
thi-
said.
I knew Adam would like that scene because it reminded me of the scene in Cars where the Lightning McQueen is in the big
Yeah.
car.
Oh man.
That's
And,
another thing I liked about it. But
It's
what
like-
was your favorite scene?
This is like Cars for Adam.
No, Cars is better than this movie. I would say.
It was like live action Cars.
This is way better than Cars. I'd rather watch this shit than Cars any day
Yeah,
My
I would
favorite-
watch this again.
You never
Yeah,
even
my-
seen Cars.
because it's unwatchable. My favorite scene is
I rest my case.
The
My case is
racist rally race in the middle. I love the rally race. I love the transitions in the rally race. I love the greedy, like the people like looking at the money, and then you see the money symbols in their eyes, and then you see the race in front of them, and then you see like different layers of the ground. They're 3D renders, but then they make them into 2D layers, and then they're all like moving independently of each other. And there's all these awesome transitions. I love like the mean villains. I love how mean they are, like the girls with like the diamonds. I love them.
Like the diamond tongue or whatever.
She has the diamond on her tongue, and then I love the really nasty
the foxes.
It's kind of
barbarians.
Like,
the barbarians who wipe their greasy mouths with like the fine fur coats.
It's kind of like Mad Max.
Yeah, that scene was awesome.
They're kind of like Mad Maxy.
Desert
here's
racing,
the thing.
Yeah.
Cartooning, the art of cartooning, the idea of drawing exaggerated people is all like the origin of it is just racist caricatures in like the 19th century in newspapers. That's like literally the history of all cartooning. The foundation that all cartooning is based on is just like the most racist drawings of people.
That's beautiful.
And that's ultimately it always works.
That's why I love cartoons, man.
I love cartoons.
Uncle Joey on Full House, just fucking racist piece of shit.
Well, I like Street Fighter for that reason. I like
racist getting jerked off in a movie theater by Alanis Morissette,
a white woman,
or Fiona Apple.
Why couldn't it have been a black?
Why couldn't it be a black man named Adam Bowers?
Pinnacle with a machine gun.
A cool guy like me. Yeah, that's interesting.
I wonder what movie he was watching. You know, it's like 1991 or something.
I think the Full House movie.
That doesn't exist, the Full House movie? Like,
yeah, it was a special taping he made.
He's at the premiere of the Full House movie, and he's just getting blown.
Who was it? Fiona Apple?
And then Uncle Jesse's like, I thought I was cool, but Uncle Joey is really winning the cool contest tonight.
And then Joey goes, I'm gonna come it out. And then he busts.
I guess
and then if it makes you happy or whatever the song is.
I think Alanis Morissette owes her entire career to blowing Uncle Joey, right?
That's fair to say.
That's sad. That's a sad, but that's true.
No, he seems like a nice guy.
He didn't get canceled for it.
He seems like a nice guy.
She wrote a song about it. That's how fucking great it was.
Check. I gotta tell somebody about this in melodic form.
Yeah.
We need to get Uncle Joey back, dude. This guy needs his comeback, like the rest.
He never left.
Him and Andy Dick need to make a movie together.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
And Joey from Friends.
Joey from Friends.
Yeah,
Daniel
let's bring him
Stern.
back too. Why not?
Just all the unfunny white guys of our youths.
Daniel Stern, you don't.
Steve Gutenberg. No, he's hilarious. I'm sorry. I didn't mean unfunny. I didn't mean Uncle Joey.
They
Jesse
just need a
Andy Dick.
Jesse's funny.
Steve
Uncle
Gutenberg.
Funny.
These guys are all really cool and really funny. They just need the right movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Grown Ups. They
need
need
a
to reboot
Tarantino
Grown Ups.
sort of. Yeah.
Is it too soon to reboot Grown Ups with a whole different cast?
What about instead of Grown Ups, it was just called Retards, and they're all just like retarded guys having fun.
Yeah, I mean that's the Ringer, Johnny Knoxville.
But there's no Johnny Knoxville character.
That movie, by the way, has like half actually mentally challenged guys and half actors pretending to be mentally challenged.
Which half did you audition for?
Which role? Yeah. Fucking Ryan beat me. God damn it.
Which half?
The regular guys.
They're asking
what
him.
I would be auditioning.
They're like in the audition.
Guys? Wow.
Adam says his lines, and then they all kind of just look at each other confused, like, does he know which character he's auditioning for? I think you should do the other one. And Adam is confused. He's like, what other one? Which one am I? And which one do you think I am?
They go, you got the part.
That's
And
how
they go, God, you sound so smart for a guy with Down syndrome.
God. Oh shit.
And he's like, what? I was auditioning for regular guy. They go, oh, that's
They're like-
cute.
regular guy
I go,
number
that's
one.
cute. Look at him.
But in another room, there's a bunch of shady gangsters, and they're like, he's not getting the role. This guy's getting the role.
Man. Yeah, that's my Mulholland Drive story.
Yeah. You're just kissing a guy during an audition. You're like, this is a great actor.
He's really going
Unfortu-
for it.
Unfortunately, you're not gonna get the role. Sorry, dude. You're talented. The director's like
Bullshit.
staring at you. He's like in love. He's like, "Ugh."
That's how it really went down.
That's how it goes
Damn.
down in Hollywood, man. The races are fixed. Unless
Never
you're
go
Speed
down in
Racer.
Hollywood. That's what I say.
They build a car in this movie in 32 hours and win the big race because Speed Racer crashes and then listens to his car, but then is able to drive full speed and win the
Plus
race.
Stuff, using the force kind of thing.
No, he just needed to jump start it.
He's had to start in fifth gear.
But he had to learn how, or like intuit how to do it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
didn't know. Yeah, it makes sense.
I really like this. Speaking of listening, I really liked the sound design of the cars. It kind of had like a hydraulic. It had like an old school, like homemade thing about it that was like hydraulic based. It wasn't like
Too futuristic.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
Mad Max, like it was like
Well, they were like they're like space jet engines.
yeah, but that was a good. I don't know, like the whole the cars weren't really
The
normal
hydraulics were
cars. They
nice.
had that like robot-y quality about it.
Right.
Kind of made it. That's the best part of this movie is like the specific like uniqueness of the racing and the cars.
All the cars are CG and it's very weird. You'll
How
almost
many boners did you get?
me
Both. Yeah. That was gonna be the next question. that
during
I
the
had.
ending. I came during the climax of the film, the final race.
Just once?
Well, I was edging the whole time.
Oh, damn.
I'm impotent, so
But so how many boners?
0, motherfucker.
How many boners did you look up on your phone
During the movie.
during the
Damn,
movie?
I
Because
wish
you
I could
can
have one of these.
Who
yeah.
can count? Who can
How many
count?
boners did you window shop? I had one the whole time.
Damn, you have a very strong erection.
I was weak, dude. I couldn't get up. Like all my blood was like I
You're
was
just like,
I was
you're
pale.
just like water.
Iron.
What do you think about the humor in the movie? Do you think the humor worked?
You mean
Yes,
the
the
chimp
kid
based
and-
humor?
Yeah, yeah, the monkey and the kid like stole all that.
I enjoy
Oh,
the
and-
chimp based humor. Dude,
And the dude that was the announcer, every time it cut to him, he's, wham bam, got him, ma'am, or so. He always had something to say. That shit had me cracking up.
I kind of
The ninja fights, those are funny.
Oh, when he pins him behind, that's the best scene in the movie is when he kicks him over the couch and then he pushes
Yeah.
the couch and his legs
ninja
go
gets
up
his
over
ass
his
kicked.
head. Yeah, but he folds in half.
Oh yeah,
and
that's funny.
Christina Ricci runs in and goes, "Oh my God, was that a ninja?" I don't. For some reason, that line got an enormous laugh when I saw it in New
Well,
Beverly.
yeah,
like,
why?
Because the tension is so fast and the action's so fast, and then her weird, goofy line reading, and then John Goodman says, "More like a nunja."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bringing the
That's
heat
awesome.
at John Goodman. I'm surprised he didn't get BSA, Best Supporting Actor nomination. You know, this is
BSA.
Best Supporting Actor.
Okay.
Did this movie win any awards?
I don't think so.
Tech
Did not win.
visual
It
effects,
did not win Oscar Gold.
sound design, and visual effects, and chimp. It should be a chimp award.
The chimp wears
Yeah, move over, Dunstan.
pajamas. The boy
Time to
wears
check out.
Dunston's
The boy-
a piece of shit.
the boy wears pajamas with little
chimp.
chimp faces, and the chimp wears pajamas with little boys on it.
That's cool.
Because they're homies.
I got to get those
And they-
pajamas. Dude.
I like how they treated him just like another kid. Like,
That's
what
in
the
the
hell are you
cartoon.
two-
Where did
Yeah,
they
I
get
know,
this?
it's so
why does
good,
this?
though.
I did make me think like, why does this nobody else has a chimpanzee? This is not like a normal pet.
It's in
No,
the
he's just a
cartoon.
goof. Yeah.
It also made me.
You need a lovable pet.
It was a little hard to not picture that the chimp was like teetering on the edge of like ripping the little kid's face off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could have happened.
That's their nature. That's what they want to do.
That's what I'm saying. He's like fighting it the whole time. So you
When
could
they
sense the
finally do
tension.
it must feel so good just to rip off a person's
Oh, yeah.
genitals just so
You're like,
easily.
God, that finally. I've been waiting years to do
Oh,
this.
I knew I could do it. I knew it wouldn't be that hard.
they love
Can't wait to
ripping
tell
up
the other guys.
a person's face off, just eyeballs, tongue, lips, nose, just tearing it all off.
That's why I would like a
Guardians of the
a
Galaxy
smaller
style. You know what I'm
monkey.
saying?
And you saw that one picture of that or that video of the orangutan fishing with a spear. Did we already talk about that?
Oh,
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
is that new?
Dude, he's fishing with a spear.
Is this new?
Did you see the one that orangutan in the little helicopter flying?
He's flying a helicopter?
Yeah,
It's
at
getting
Florida.
wild, man.
He's
They're
at like
saying-
he's at like a Florida golf course, and he's just like chilling, just steering the helicopter, no problem.
The helicopter? You mean the golf cart?
Yeah, that's the old one, but the new video, he's in a helicopter,
Oh, jeez.
and he's just like flying around Miami, looking at the
They're in their
condos.
they're in their store at the Stone Age. Look, but he's spearfishing. It's terrifying. It's cool.
It would be cool if
Think if
Seeing-
instead of a spear, that was a big ass dildo, and that was you down in that water.
He's
that's not what
sticking
I was
it up
gonna
his
say.
ass, just sticking it out of his asshole, laughing and flaring his gums and lips.
And Adam's just trying to trying to keep his head above water.
Adam has his mask on. He's like, I'm protected.
Asking for
Already
help.
Adam,
People are just
Adam, what
taking
the hell are you
pictures.
doing? Why are you
If you
ass
want
up
my-
in
I
the
had all
river,
this shit
man?
about me, motherfucker.
If you want my Down
more-
syndrome, you can just ask. I love how he gets mad at us for making fun of him, and then when he does his own little rant, it's just like, I wanted to kiss this guy. I wanted to make out with him. I wanted to fucking kiss him because he's cute. And it's like, what are you talking about? No one's saying anything.
I thought you
It's-
guys were gonna jump on board with that.
jump on what?
Just talking about
Psychotic,
kissing this guy. Oh.
psycho.
Well, I was gonna say something kind of interesting. I feel like, but
Oh,
then
this
I,
again.
Then I
Say
got
it.
dildoed by an
S-
orangutan. So
the
it's a little
stall
hard
and the
So,
stall and
Adam,
the
this
delay.
is why, Adam, goddamn it, this is the 10th time we told you not to go swimming, butthole naked, ass up in the river. Orangutan's
chimp's
gonna
in
get you.
the chimp's in a helicopter looking for him. He's like, he's out here. I know he is. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna hunt him.
And sure enough, Adam's like a whale blowing air out their hole. His ass just humped out of the water. This chimp nose dives the
You know
helicopter,
why?
heads
Because I got a
straight
good
to it.
juicy ass, dude.
Oh,
Chimp wouldn't even
exact-
fucking
well,
look
yeah.
twice at your ass. You little flat ass.
No,
dude.
he would think it was little.
You definitely have the most fuckable ass out of all of us, Adam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah, you guys have fucking terrible asses.
Chimps
Nobody-
don't.
nobody wants to
I
fuck
hold my butthole to the chimp, and he just wanders right by. The orangutans, they don't want it.
Yeah,
It stinks.
I don't got it. You have it. You're the.
thank you.
This
Thank
is
you.
the boy. And they're like the gangsters are showing the picture of Adam to the chimp. He's like, I'm down.
I was gonna say, well,
Speak about the movie.
Moments
Let's get the
passed.
speed race.
Yeah.
All right.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm having
Hey,
fun.
hey, these races, all the weaving around and flipping around and people ramp. That's how I feel driving on the LA freeway.
You're just like yelling, like, you fucking Mexican, you fucking Persian piece of shit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, is that how you drive?
Racist X. You're just throwing beehives at people on the 405.
Yeah, that seems like such an impractical weapon.
Got a beehive. On the 110
Beehive's a
going,
cool weapon.
going to
Also-
Orange County.
Yeah. Doing
Get me out of this
just
hellhole.
doing donuts.
Take me back to Orange County. Country road, take me home.
He's on a fucking he's on a Segway on the freeway.
You'd be going faster.
Oh man.
You're like, this is crazy. I'm scared. And they're like trying to kill you.
Another thing that's another dialogue scene that had creative that was like a type of like coverage that I feel like was unique was when Christina Ricci was driving too, and they were kind of like all on a line, her and Speed Racer and Racer X, and then like they kept talking to each other over their thing, but it kept zooming back and forth as they were driving.
That was tight.
It's cool. We're gonna talk about all the every cool thing that happens in this movie.
It's definitely rewatchable.
But this does kind of look like it feels like an AI generated movie a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some crazy shit in this movie.
Reach, brother.
Just saying.
Not enough nudity.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is true. I would love to see.
I mean, if you're going at those speeds, your clothes are getting ripped off. It's a convertible.
We haven't even talked about Susan Sarandon, the mom, and she's like, making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the boys as they build a car in 32 hours. It'd be nice, you know. The movie has this like glossy, colorful look, and we don't get a nice like incest orgy scene with the whole family. That would be nice.
I saw that part. You didn't what? That was like
just
a major part of the story.
Did you notice on his wheel with all the letters? It's just like the cartoon, but you can like the FAG are kind of next to each other, and I just kept reading the word FAG every time I saw the letter. It would like my mind would instantly like FAG. There it is every time, and I was like, did I see that? And then it was like, oh, we're looking again. Oh, there it is.
Because you got a beautiful.
It's like that in the cartoon also. I did not. It was not like that when I watched it as a kid.
Once you grew into your
mind has been.
I think my mind is trying to tell me. My mind's trying to tell me something. You know.
My body's telling me I'm gay.
Dude, that video told me I was gay.
Unfortunately, that's how I found out. No, I think I'm just really good at playing New York Times crossword games.
Doubt it. Prove it.
I don't want to pay. I would, but I don't want to pay for the subscription. So what did we learn?
I always just write Rex in all of mine.
Rex, huh? Rex in effect. What's the lesson of Speed Racer? Believe in yourself and just race your damn heart out.
Yeah, if you got ADD, just lean into it, I guess.
You can totally beat the corporation. You don't need money to build a car. You just build it in 32 hours and win the race.
That's
the
did
racing
it.
family.
They did what they had to do. They had PB&Js about it.
They got to make a lot of money, I guess, if they have that damn monkey.
Yeah, they just
they're
just desperately trying to keep up with the monkey bills.
The monkey and the kid, their food bill.
What
They
about
had
when
like
the kid
a thing that only Michael Jackson is the only other person.
Oh
who
yeah.
has this.
Maybe he was inspired by Speed Racer because this is way before him.
He wanted to be Spritel.
Yeah.
Be
I
cool
like
to
the
have your
scene
best
where they're
friend be a
eating.
chimp.
They eat all the candy and then they start listening. They start playing
Go insane.
Freebird and they're just like flying around Royalton Industries.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a very aggressive use of green screen. The way they handle backgrounds, everything is artificial.
It's cool that the credits are
it looks very
completely
cartoony.
focused on the chimp.
The end
Closing
credits are
credits.
all chimp. Yeah.
It's all chimp.
All chimp. It's funny. Just like, this is funny.
They
Look at
just
chimps.
know what they have, like they know the value of what they have, I think, where they're like people
Or they
are
just had a
really into
lot
this
of footage.
It was just the chimp was just a workaholic. He's like, let's keep shooting.
He's like, another one. No, this is our 64th take. All you're doing is putting sunglasses on. I want to do another one.
One thing I didn't get to. Big age range on these kids. We got Spritel, he's like 10. Speed is 18. Racer X, he's like 30.
He had plastic surgery.
there's like a healthy sexual relationship
Well,
between the
yeah.
parents.
Did you not see the mom?
They're just every kid is an accident. That's the situation when every kid is an accident. It's like you spend years pulling out correctly, and then every 10 years or whatever you fuck up.
Oh, jeez. What's the matter? What's the matter, Pops? Oh, I busted up inside you. John
Right,
Goodman
yeah.
with his
He goes, let's just buy a monkey this time.
let me try to dig it out with my large fingers.
Ew.
Man, he just pushes it in deeper. That's the problem. He pushes the sperm directly into the egg with his finger.
And that's I
Gross.
got it in the egg.
Yeah.
What's everybody's ratings? What rating do you give Speed Racer? For me, this is a 4-star movie. It's very fun. I love the animation.
Me too. I was gonna say 3.5.
I love the animation. I love the graphics.
I'd say three,
But I mean,
3.5, almost 4.
It does kind of look pretty shitty a lot of the time, though.
Yeah, I don't know if it holds up, but I'm sure when it came out at the time, it was popping off.
3D. I'm imagining this is a movie that you could have seen in the theaters.
Oh
in
my
3D.
God, that's epilepsy right there. You're gonna have a seizure.
That's why you go to the movies.
In the theater,
it's
it's definitely a 4-star movie. At home, it is kind of like a 3.5 star. But in the theater, this is a 4-star movie because it needs to be big.
It's
huge. It's
yeah,
crazy.
Spectacle.
You know, you're just banging Alanis Morissette in the theater, doing Rocky and Bullwinkle jokes. Ooh,
Go Speed, go.
Uncle Joey style. That's what you gotta do.
The Wachowski brothers, they both transitioned?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Strange.
Just because they needed to keep that name on the marquee tight. Wachowski. You can't say Wachowski.
Just say the Wachowskis.
That's what they say now.
No, they say that.
No, the Wachowskis, not
That's what it says. That's what they do now when they make their
just
movies.
the Wachowskis.
Cloud Atlas.
I
How's
never
that
watched
movie?
that one with Tom Hanks.
Speaking of transitions, and they do they're like transracial. Like Tom Hanks plays a black dude.
Now
No,
now we're
what?
talking.
And
This
we
is a
got like
movie I'm into.
the people where because you're racist. So there's a
'Cause
white guy who
I'm a
dresses.
I want to be a black guy is my dream.
A cool black guy with a machine gun. We know.
Yeah.
So racist. So then this
Well,
I'm
how's that
Spike.
racist?
Spike.
It
Yeah,
sounds
what's
tight.
racist? What are you talking about? You keep labeling things as trans.
saying
Adam
is
racist that
if
aren't.
you
You're jealous that nobody's saying I want to be a little wormy guy with a mustache.
Yeah, I want to be like William.
Little white
That's what you
worm
want people
man.
to say.
hey, these are I don't go for this kind of bullying humor. This is mean.
Thank
This
you,
isn't-
Ryan.
This
Thank you for
isn't.
turning the tables.
I don't
You
think
wanna
it's
be-
nice to punch down.
No, you're
Punch down
punching
some-
up, motherfucker.
All right. Well, I got a speed race to the bathroom here.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Next week we're doing horror movies. 2000 horror.
Oh, it's
Why don't you go?
October.
You can go pee, Ryan, if you want to.
No, I'm gonna leave when I do that.
Just know your issues.
First movie we're gonna watch is Dead Silence, the ventriloquist puppet movie. I saw this like a week ago.
I've never
You
seen
just
it.
copied the New Beverly schedule. I'm realizing.
Well, this is I'm looking for 2000s horror movies. This is a
Why does
one
it have
that
to be 2000?
we're doing the 2000s horror movies.
I was looking at my letterbox watch list and under horrors specifically, and I was like, God damn, there's a lot of movies that sound really good.
Name one.
But I won't be able to
Megan.
watch any of them because I have to watch thing that you just saw at New. Did you say Naked?
Megan.
Oh, Megan.
It's from 2022 or 2023. That's not 2000s.
That's the 20s. That is the 2000s.
No, 2000 through 2009.
The aughts.
Wait.
What do you want to watch?
I wanna
Cemetery
watch-
Man,
Critters.
Critters. Ooh, Adam's never seen Critters.
That one's creepy.
Oh, I've never seen Audition.
Oh yeah,
Never
1999.
heard of that.
Almost made it. Too
Devil's
bad.
Backbone. I mean,
You never seen The Devil's Backbone? Guillermo del Toro.
Never heard of it.
Like The Boxer's Omen, like kung fu horror movie. Martin,
Oh, you never saw The Boxer's Omen?
are you fucking
Never
around?
heard of it. I've never heard of
The
any
point
of
is,
these.
I was looking at all my horror stuff, and I was like, man, there's a lot of these ones that seem like pretty good. I'd like to watch these, but
Well, maybe
have to
Dead
watch some
Silence
shitty
is
thing you
really
saw in New
good.
Beverly.
Maybe Dead Silence is really good. You just don't have no idea. You dismissed it.
I just thought that you kind of were curate. I was like, well, this is like William's seen a lot of movies. He's like curating this specifically, but it's like, no, you're just copying New Beverly shit.
Ooh, you get called out.
Look, Adam doesn't know what other movies are on the list. Dead Silence is the only one that I had seen recently at New Beverly. I've been watching a 2000s horror movie every day for like 10 days. I have watched so many of them.
Damn, dude, get a life.
Yeah, I was raising a child.
Okay.
Same.
I'm not going to make you watch Valentine.
Who's
I watched it.
Mine.
He is the child. He's his own child.
That's cool. Oh, yeah, I hear you.
I watched a movie called Valentine with Denise Richards that was so fucking terrible. You should be happy we're not doing that. I'm
I
going
like
for
What's that?
I like Denise.
Denise.
Big D, I call
Denise.
her.
She looks good in the movie. That's really the best thing about it. She
All
plays a
right,
vicious. She plays a vicious C. She plays a real mean cunt, and that's really when.
Whoa, as opposed to a real nice one.
That's who I like. That's how I like Denise Richards in movies. All right, Dead Silence. Everybody get excited.
All right, that sounds scary. Mars Attacks.
That's our second one.
That's a scary one.
Ryan, I thought you had to pee. Now you're saying
I do.
confusing
Adam's
shit
concerned.
that's like keeping us going.
Adam has like a camera in Ryan's bathroom loaded up. He's like, "Hurry
Yeah,
up!"
come on. I thought you had to go. I don't have a lot of tape left. Going straight to tape.
starting to get nervous.
All right. Well, as I always close it down, as I always say,
Stay safe, stay beautiful, baby.
if it's a little bit too red, then you.
Oh wow, he cut
He
us
pulled
off.
at you. Yeah. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Adam, what's your sign off?
Fuck you, William.
Here comes Speed Racer. Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels.
Somewhere deep in the hills of old Bonnie, Scotland.
It was exactly 1 year ago that Speed Racer and his Mach 5 defeated us. We swore that someday we would get our revenge. That time is almost at hand. Speed!
To win, they'll stop at nothing. Let's break that speed record. Let's break that speed record. Let's break that speed record.
wonderful.